Hey, it's Louise Schofield, and look where I am. I'm back in the bath full of balls because we've got another Spill the Sound coming at you. And today, we're going to be bringing all the summery vibes. Oh yes, we've got Pixie on the show today. I had a little chat with her about some of her music, her track Daisy Chain in particular, and we played a bit of a hook-a-duck to find out her favourite spots to spend the summertime. It's a lovely little session, this as well. Let's roll it.
Body don't stop, falling behind, then you better catch up. From the hill to the dock, the north to the south, of the kids in the block, now listen up. A revolution's only begun. Now move your feet to the bang of the drum. Don't matter who you are or where you're from, move to the moon and the music, let it be as one. Hey, listen up, show the world that you can't be stopped. Hold your head high and put your hands up. And if you missed your shot, take your backside again, reinvent, just get back. Don't stop, because stay if you want to. Stand up, feel the rhythm behind you, dance till you drop. You know that you want to. Just skip it up to the beat of the drum. The tune, let the music play. Let the beat make your troubles go away. Let the sunshine forget yesterday. Cause we're living, yeah, we're living in the sunshine state. Now let the band play. Leave life behind, forget your mistakes. Now we're living in the sunshine state. And we live just to give the time, you know, the day. Don't stop, but stay if you want to. Stand up, feel the rhythm behind you, dance till you drop. You know that you want to. Just give it up to the beat of the drum and the tune, let the music play. Let the beat make your troubles go away. Let the sunshine forget yesterday. Cause we're living, yeah, we're living in a sunshine state. Now let the band play. Leave life behind, forget your mistakes. Now we're living in a sunshine state. And we live just to give the day, you know, the day. Don't stop, stay if you want to. Stand up, feel the rhythm behind you, dance till you drop. You know you want to. Skip it up to the beat of the drum and the tune.
Hey, it's Louise Schofield, and welcome back to another Spill the Sound. Now, it's about time we get another artist in the bath full of balls, and today we're bringing all the summery vibes because we got Pixie. How's it going? You good?
I'm very, very good, thank you.
You look very cosy in there. You having a good time?
Really, really comfortable.
It's all right.
It's more
isn't it?
comfortable than it looks.
That's
honestly.
it. It is. Everyone has said that. They look at it and they go, "Uh-oh," and then they're like, "Actually, it's a vibe."
Yeah, no, it's actually like it's really moulded to the shape of my body.
Right then, we're gonna do a bit of a hook-a-duck if that's all right to start off.
fine.
And under these ducks, I've actually got some little summary questions for you to go with
cute.
your summary vibe of your music.
That's so sweet.
So if you want to grab that little poll there, we'll do and take any. You got yellow, you got purple, and you got pink. Whichever one you want to go through first. We like to make it a little bit tricky.
Jeez.
You got it. It is a bit of a skill, you know.
That's such a good one.
Okay, so I've seen that you're quite visual with the way you look at your songs and kind of how you see them.
Yeah.
But if you could have a summer scent for one of your songs, that you could have like a Pixie perfume for the summer, and you could name it after one of your songs, what song would you do, and what would it smell like?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Daisy chain, for sure.
Oh yeah,
don't know what daisy-
that's
I've
already
never
made to be a perfume, right?
Yeah, no,
It should
yeah.
be, shouldn't
I
it?
always loved that, you know, that brand of perfume that had the daisy on it.
Oh, like the Marc Jacobs
I'm
one.
so sad that that's
Yeah.
already been taken. I would have loved to have done something like that. But what, like
You can make your
daisy,
own.
what do daisies even smell like? Do they smell nice?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever smelt a daisy, to be fair.
Like now I'm thinking about it. I think
What
actually
is a
think
daisy?
they probably smell horrible.
But whack
That's
it
what I
in
would
there.
make.
The scent would be daisy.
Yeah, whatever that smells like.
I
Or
think
like
that's already
grass.
like perfectly made to be a perfume, to be fair. So
Daisy chain. Hit me up.
one day, watch this space.
That'll be wicked.
Yeah,
Release my own line, daisy chain.
There you go.
Scent. If it smells like
Comes in.
grass.
that's it. It smells of grass and daisies. There you go. That's what you need. That's the perfect one. Perfect. Right. Grab yourself another duck. See whether you got yellow and you've got purple.
Yellow's calling out to me, but she's a bit difficult to get.
I know, it's an awkward angle, not going to lie.
Come on.
Put your mic down. Oh, no, you've got this. You know what's going on.
Maybe
It's
I'm
all
more
good.
skilled than
You
I'm
got
thought.
this. Okay, so what is your sound of the summer song? Do you have a song that when summer hits, you're like, oh, that makes me feel good vibes and good feels?
I have yeah, I do, and not to bang on about the same song, but so I got to sample my favorite song this summer recently for my own song.
Yeah.
So my song this summer was always Len, Still My Sunshine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's such a good song, and that sample was originally from a song called More 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 by Andrea True Connection. So they actually
Really?
sampled that. It's like a break, like an instrumental break, I think it's about 3 minutes into the song. So I didn't realize, I always thought that was just their tune, but no, it's a sample. So then I thought, I'm going to sample that sample.
Oh, here we go.
So it's
Going
like
deep,
sample
going down.
set-
sample.
Yeah, literally. So that's always been my song this summer. So the fact that I got to sample that has just kind of made me life, to be
I
honest.
love that. It's actually really interesting though when you do look at samples and you do go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, because I've always thought, oh my God, I can't believe that song is related to that song and that comes from there. I'm like, what? I would never have known that. It's crazy.
Honestly, recently with the new Barbie soundtrack, Charlie XCX released a song called Speed Drive, and I was like, what a banging song. I recognise that though.
Yeah.
And turns out it's actually an old Robin song, and they just sampled the intro.
No way.
Yeah, and just pitched up the last, I think when it goes around the fourth time, they just changed the chord.
love
It's
that.
amazing. I love
that,
samples.
'cause it breathes new life into every song, doesn't it?
I
It's
love
really
it.
Cool. Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's wicked to do that. It's my favourite thing to do.
Absolutely. And then you've got to grab the last dog.
Here
He's
she
ready.
goes.
Come on, son.
Come on, fella.
Come on, little fella.
Don't do me dirty. There you go.
Don't make me look bad. Okay, so when it's sunny in Liverpool, when it is sunny in Liverpool, we're in Manchester right now, and it's debatable when it is going to be sunny. What is your favourite thing to do in Liverpool when it's the sunshine and you're feeling some good vibes?
Ooh. Probably sitting in Sefton Park,
Oh, nice.
having a barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Although the last time I did that, there was a torrential thunderstorm about halfway through.
No!
We got the barbecue all set up and we were like, oh yeah, it's boss. Weather's sunshine and it's 28 degrees.
Yeah.
And then this massive black cloud just came over and the heavens opened and my
Rain.
barbecue got rained on.
No!
It was kind of stressful. But
Was all the food destroyed?
pretty much. I think I left most of it behind.
The buns just all wet on the floor.
I'm terrified of thunder as well. I know it's really silly, but I was gone. As soon as
I
that
don't
first
blame
clap
you.
of thunder went, I was running off. My friends were just.
It's so
stood behind.
scary in a park as well when you're in the open space.
The open, wide sky. And
Yeah.
I'm scared of things.
And me too. I'd be like, see you later, guys.
I'm sensitive.
Soggy bread on the floor, but it's fine. We're just going to go. Leave the buns. Leave
Yeah,
me
the buns. Get them buns. I don't care. Soggy buns. That's fine with me. I'm off.
On Spotify, I've noticed you've been the cover of a few things recently. You've been on Peach, and you've also been on the indie list, which is very cool. So you were on a
crazy.
massive billboard. I saw you were outside. How was that feeling to be on such a big billboard like that?
Weird. Really crazy. I remember turning up and I think it was an hour until my billboard went up, so I was there a bit early and I was just waiting and watching. I was like, oh my God, this is so stressful.
Yeah.
So I went with my label and we got some lunch and we were like, let's just forget about it for a bit. And then we came back and it was so funny. It was a bit Spinal Tap. We were all just stood by this billboard waiting for it. And then it was flashed on for 10 seconds and I was like, yes! And it was gone again. And I was like, oh.
It's
But it was up for
incredible.
the whole weekend, which is wild. I had it really just didn't feel real. I just never seen myself that large before. And B, never just, been in such a, in Leicester Square, which is
It's so cool.
a dream of mine, I think. which
Absolutely,
is
and
on
I'm
TikTok.
sure there's more to come as well. That'll be the only one you get, so I'm sure there'll be more on the way. But
Unless that's the peak of everything now.
my billboard, I want to be on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make your own. It's fine. Just stick yourself up.
Do you
It's
know what?
fine.
Maybe I will. Just somewhere in
poster.
Liverpool's constant.
That's it. There she is again.
There's a mural of Jamie Webster somewhere in Liverpool. So
Oh, there you go.
maybe someone will do one of me at some point. I
If you're
don't know.
watching, look, yeah.
That would be cool.
But I noticed you had a Screamadelica t-shirt on there, and
yeah.
Primal Scream. I noticed that was a big album for you because I watched the little interview you did in Madrid before Mad Cool when you walked
Yeah.
around and you said that was a big album for you.
100%.
What is it about the album that you love so much? Is it just something you'd cite as an influence, or?
Again, just the samples in
It's a
it.
brilliant album,
It's just the whole thing. I mean, the writing is just incredible. The production is boss.
Yeah.
But I just love the samples. Moving on Up's obviously
Oh, it's a
one of the
tune.
best songs in my opinion,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And I got to see it live in Madrid for the first time, which was crazy.
Yeah,
Like I was just so starstruck. I was right at the front as well. And I was like, "Rah." And he was just sort of looking at me like, okay.
This is my moment, okay? It's my moment. Don't ruin it.
I spent so much money on like all the Primal Scream like t-shirts and stuff there. They had like this
The
special
branding's sick
edition
though,
one.
isn't it? It's
It's
so
amazing.
cool.
I wish I'd done that. I wish that was mine. But yeah, they're just a huge inspo for me.
Absolutely. I mean, I play in Mad Cool as well. I mean, how was that? I mean, what a great place to play and kind of be involved with.
Oh, it was wicked. Yeah, my first like international like Fezzy. So,
Was it?
Yeah, it was mad. And I was like being my own sort of tour manager for it, which was disastrous.
That's a lot of trust on yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm never doing that ever again. Never.
So much freedom.
Damn, my band were like, "What is going on, Lizzie?
It's my rules, okay?
You need to like sort this out." But the gig itself was boss, and like loads of people came to my set, which I was so surprised about. I did not expect that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was wicked.
That's so cool. I mean, like the production-wise of your stuff. I mean, live as well. Like, kind of taking it off record and playing it live. I mean, because you're so hands-on with everything you do as well, which I absolutely love with the producing and everything. It's like I love to see it coming through. So it's like,
really appreciate
you know what I
that.
mean, and it sounds so good as well. But like, recycled paper planes. I mean, was that kind of one? I love that track.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's such a banger. Like, it's
I'm always
so
surprised
good.
when people know stuff that's not like, I don't know, sometimes they...
Yeah, literally.
I really
Honestly,
appreciate
I've
that.
like looked. I've been a fan of you for a while, and like the production on it is fantastic. And
Thank
is
you.
that kind of like the first time you kind of like dipped your toe in like a big kind of producing project, or?
No, so the first one was Free to Live in Colour.
Oh, cool.
And basically I was supposed to go in studio and write something completely new, and that was my first EP.
Yeah.
But I'd been like writing and producing, and I was really early on my production, so
Yeah.
like thank God I had someone to co-produce with.
Yeah.
But basically I started working with this guy called James Dring, who
Oh,
he's
cool.
done stuff with like Gorillaz and
Oh,
you know,
nice.
just crazy like mad bands that I just, you know, I'm such a big fan of.
Yeah.
And he like was quite particular about who he worked with, and I was like, do you like my music? Do you want to work with me? And he was like, yeah, like I would love to co-produce. And it was during COVID as well, so we just ended up working like remotely. So I would send him like stems.
Yeah.
He would put them back together and add like bits of co-production. And Just Move was like the first one that I made, and I was so terrified because I used like a drum sample, and I didn't know about like royalties and publishing. But it was
Yeah.
it was a royalty-free sample. But I was like so paranoid for like 2 years that
Yeah.
I was going to get sued
Someone's gonna
for
find you.
using that
But
drum
it's
sample.
fine.
But it was just from like a pack, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But I've learned so much since then, and it was amazing to work with such like a fantastic producer, even if it was like remotely. And that was my first time like producing, but I guess with each project, the label have given more trust in me to sort of take more of a front seat in actually producing my stuff, and not just all of it being co-prod, like actual full prod my own stuff.
I mean, that's great because you can be so experimental as well with that now. You've got
can.
the foundations of it, so you can just smash it now. with, like-
Exactly. And like with production, it's funny because people think that it's such like a technical thing.
Yeah.
Like they think it's so like, oh, like sound engineering. And
Yeah.
production's not the same. For ages I was like, oh, I suck. Like
Yeah.
I actually don't know how to EQ this bass or whatever. And then as I got more into it, I was like, actually, I'm just the creative side of it. I don't have to be the sound engineer. Like that's why a mixer comes in and makes it sound better. But like now I'm getting to the point where I can make a mix sound good.
Yeah.
And I know how to EQ things better. And I had a really good mentor in the last few years, which has been like fantastic for me. So I feel like my next thing that I'm working on, I've produced most of it myself. So
That's
it's really
banging.
exciting. And it's now, and for like radio singers as well. Like I'm really excited that that's my full prod. If that makes sense.
That's so cool. And like, do you get excited to play it live as well? Like when you're kind of thinking about doing it in a live setting, is it like
Yeah.
quite an exciting way of thinking, right, okay, we've got this on record. How are we going to relay this live? It must be quite a creative process there as well.
Yeah, it's mad because when I first started writing,
Yeah.
like live didn't exist. Like it was during COVID. Well, the first time I started writing, it did, but I was too nervous because I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
play the guitar, and then I never really played live that much. I played
Yeah.
like a few times, but I had really bad stage fright. And then when COVID came around, I was like, oh damn, like that's it. Like, you know, I'm not going to be performing for ages. So I started writing, but I wasn't really thinking about writing for live because it just wasn't a thing. Like for like 2 years, we were just obviously not going to gigs or doing nothing.
Yeah, cool.
So I was just writing because I loved writing, and I'd never actually, to be honest, it was actually quite stressful when I realised I had to try and recreate it live because I was
Yeah.
like,
How
how
do
the
we do this?
hell am I going to
Yeah.
recreate this, 90s crusty breakbeat? Like, you know, that's going to be tricky. But now, like, you know, I'm at a point where I can write things and think about how they come across live because I've performed live now. And I've performed
Yeah.
live as Pixie, like, pretty much, I mean, this year and last year were so important,
Yeah.
like for my live, you know, when on tour with Alfie Temperman. That was my first ever
Brilliant
tour,
as well.
which was
Fantastic.
amazing. And he was just boss to be on tour with, just really, really, really sound. And it taught me loads about like live and how my music comes across live and what works and what doesn't work. So now I can write and be excited to play it live. Whereas before I was just sort of thinking, oh my God, how I've already written this stuff. How the hell am I going to make that sound like a
That's it,
good
isn't
live?
it?
I think I'm addicted to you. Baby, I'm a summertime. I just wanna make you mine. I don't wanna cross the line. Oh, every time, excuse my sunny state of mind. Oh, you got me spinning around again. My dicey, dicey chain, a record go around my brain. My daisy, daisy chain, go high when you say my name. Crash down, burn up like a Mary Jane. Oh, you got me going round again. My daisy, daisy chain, my daisy, daisy chain. Baby, I'm a one-hit wonder in the garden of your mind. Flower, baby, take you high. Sing my heart in every line. Oh, every time, excuse my sunny state of mind. Oh, you got me spinning around again. My daisy, daisy chain, a record go around my brain. My daisy, daisy chain, go high when you say my name. Crash down, burn up like a Mary Jane. Oh, you got me going round again. My daisy, daisy chain, my daisy, daisy chain. Oh, you got me spinning round again. My daisy, daisy chain, a record go around my brain. My daisy, daisy chain, go high when you say my name. Crash down, burn up like a Mary Jane. Oh, you got me going round again. My daisy, daisy chain. Go high when you say my name. Crash down, burn up like a Mary Jane. No, you got me going round again. My daisy, daisy chain, my daisy, daisy chain.
I saw the Daisy Chain, which we'll get onto in a sec, but I saw you did an acoustic version of that on your Instagram, which was really nice. Did it start out like a little stripped back version?
So the song itself, I literally wrote it like a year ago.
Oh, really?
I think it was like in an old studio that, you know, me and my co-producer, we don't even work from that studio anymore.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago. And to be honest, when I first wrote it, I was like, oh, is it a bit like kitsch? It's a bit on the nose. And then my label were like, no, you should release it. It's actually good. And I was like, nah, I don't really like it. And then we were like, okay, actually, let's put it out. But then I was like, oh, I just kind of want to give it something else.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about samples. And then I always loved that Still My Sunshine sample.
Such a tune, isn't it?
And it never started off acoustic. It actually started off like just full prod, like
Did it?
full
Full
gang
on?
vocal. I never really write like on an acoustic. I don't really
Yeah.
write on a piano. So yeah, it just started off like as a whole thing, and then I added in the Still My Sunshine sample later, and I knew that I couldn't use the master, so I couldn't like just take YouTube to MP3 it.
Yeah, you had to
But
go through a thing.
I recreated the sample in the end.
Did you?
From scratch?
That's amazing.
Rich and I, my co-producer, he helped me with it.
That's
It was my
boss.
first time doing it, and it was just, no, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's such a great thing to be able to do, because it means, sampling is so guarded in
Yeah.
the industry. Like,
Yeah.
it's so expensive.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't,
God, yeah.
Kanye West can do it.
Yeah.
Massive artists
Doesn't
can.
dent him, who does it? Like
No, he can just be like, yeah, I'll take that, please.
Yeah.
And then, pay the money for it, which is fair.
Yeah.
But, for smaller artists who want to sample, it can be more tricky if you want to release. So recreating samples is a really good way of like, you know, being able to sample songs that you love, but without, you know, having to go through like massive record labels and
Absolutely.
you know, and I think it's so much more freeing for people like me who don't have the budget to just be like, I'm gonna get that like I don't know, ABBA sample or something like Madonna, like, you know what I mean?
Gotta put my rent, but I'm gonna pay for it.
exactly.
But I think it makes it so much more creative as well, because you can really make it your own, which you have in the track. Like I love the track so much. I love the artwork, everything about it. It's got such a summery feel.
Thank you.
And working with Teo Sound as well, like so sick to have him on the track. I think it adds that little bit of an extra dynamic, which is really cool. Was it good to work with him?
Yeah, we worked on it remotely, to be honest.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so like I finished the track and I was like, I knew I wanted somebody else on it. I felt like it was just, you know, I just wanted something a bit different.
Yeah.
I've been doing like just Pixie for a while, and I was like, well, who would work well with this? Who's up for it?
Yeah. He fancies it.
You know, yeah. And then I sent him the track, and he was immediately like, I love it, yeah. Like, and he just sent me a few bars, and I just dropped them in, and like gave him a bit of like, you know, bit of effects and whatnot, and just slipped it into that like middle eight, and I just loved it. I just thought it was boss, and then went to mix, and it came back, and it was just really loved the way it came out, to be honest. He really nailed it.
See, it's got such a summery, hazy dream-like feel to it. Like it's just
That's
so
what I was
wonderful.
going for, so
yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, literally, it's good. Like you said, visually you can see the track as well, and like I mean, this is really millennial of me now, but your Instagram is fab. Like the way you've kind of like set everything out. But like, I love it. I love it. Here we go. We're in 2023. But I think like it really amplifies the music, because your music is very visual. It is very summery, and like it's really great to get the visuals on point as well, even with like music videos and things, isn't it? So do you have like an idea of how you'd like a track to look when you've written it and you think, oh, I could see how this is going to look visually?
Defo. I mean, like with this track, I mean, at first it was just supposed to sort of be its own standalone single. We didn't really think about having a video. We just sort of did that when it started to do well. We were like, oh, we should probably do something around
with
this.
it, yeah.
And like thankfully the weather was just perfect and Teo was free. So me and my friend Marika, she was like, we had this vision, right?
Yeah.
Of like a painted backdrop in a real setting. So like, so she like spent hours and hours painting this backdrop. And then on the day we were like put it in a field, and we were going for like Vogue, do you know what I mean? Like we were going for like Vogue, tasteful, like fashion. And then it just literally started flying away in the wind, and the whole thing was falling down, and she was just looking at it like, this just isn't working. We spent like 3 hours trying to make it work, and it was just terrible. It was just flying away, and I just felt really bad. So then we ended up scrapping that, and we just sort of like free filmed like in this like random field in the middle of an industrial estate, and it just came out really nice.
It works just as good.
I just wanted it to, I mean, to be honest, I think the song speaks for itself. Like, you know, visuals are fine, and it's quite easy for me because it's like, oh, that's a summery tune. Like, I'm gonna make it look summery. But I don't know. I think like with videos, it was just lucky that it was glorious. And same for when I did Sunshine State as well. Like, you know, get quite lucky with that.
And someone's got a free painting in their garden. Probably just phoned someone's garden, hasn't it? Someone's just got this free. If anyone has it, then
Marika probably give it to you.
Yeah, there you go. Get Pixie to sign it for you. There you go.
You can have it
free
so
charge.
There's probably like a picture or somewhere of me stood in front of it as well.
Yeah, it probably is.
Looking a bit like, how are we going to make this work?
You never know where things end up.
No, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
But it's great. Do you have your own studio space?
So my studio space is my house.
Lovely.
So like I've just sort of, it's slowly taken over my living room. Like I've got like my piano, and then I've got my little studio desk that I work from.
Yeah.
And I pretty much do everything from there.
That's
I just
so
like it. And you know what? Like I've been in studios and stuff, which is great, but sometimes the best stuff just comes from when you're most comfortable.
Yeah.
And like I can create like pretty much the studio sound I want from where I'm working.
100%.
And then when I feel like taking it to the next level, I'll, you know, ring up Rich and be like, you got a day in the studio for free. And he's probably like, no, I'm a busy man. But then we'll make it work. We've been working on something really big, which I'm nearly finished.
Ooh,
but we basically did it between my studio and his studio.
Nice.
And it's great because like he taught me so much about like production and also like, you know, mixing and how to make my songs sound good enough on my own, because I was like, I need help with this. Like, this is such a big project. I'm scared. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Like, I don't have faith that I'll do it to the standard that I want. He was like, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You just need to do it.
Yeah.
And when you do it, then you'll do it.
that's
So I was
it.
like, I'll do it then.
But your brain gets in the way, doesn't it? And it just makes you think things that you shouldn't be thinking. And you're like, I can do this. But like you have self-doubt, don't you? But
Of course.
don't need it. But I think being in your own home, I mean, that's really organic. And I suppose, like you said, being comfortable,
Yeah.
doing something in there, I think that's a great place to have a space. Like,
It's
to be.
lovely, and like
Yeah.
it's nice because I'm sort of getting more things, and I'm able to do more things like from my flat now. Like I've got a drum room where I can record drums,
Oh,
and
nice.
which is wicked. It's in the
Yeah.
basement as well, so I don't
Oh,
disturb
so you
anyone.
can be as loud as you like.
hopefully. And then and I've got like my piano, which is really janky, but I love it. It's just like a honky tonk, and it's great to write on like with other people because they can vibe from like a real instrument. Do you know what I mean? We're not just
Yeah.
like bouncing stuff around. So
Oh,
I
definitely.
really enjoy doing that, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to do production for more artists, and as well as myself, or like writing or whatever. I just love it. I just feel so lucky that I get to do this. Like
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for it.
Well, I'm very excited to see this new project that you got coming out. I'm going to keep my eyes very much on your socials for that. It's going to be exciting. And I'm sure you're going to absolutely smash it as well. It's going to be
Thank you so
wicked. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me in the
problem.
It's been fun. I don't want to get out.
Ah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little summery trip there as well. And make sure you keep your eyes on our socials at Spill the Sound, because we've got more episodes coming at you very, very soon. We'll catch you next time. Stay soapy.